Carla here. I'm here today to do a review on the Naked 3 palette. I know everyone and their dog has done a review on the Naked 3 palette, so I figured why not add another one to the mix. I've got swatches on my arm so I can sort of talk to you about the colours. Naked 3 palette is released recently. There was all that hype around it. You know, those pictures were leaked and there was all this hype around it, and it was funny, the day I saw the hype around it, I found this picture. I'm going to insert it now, and I saw this and it just made me laugh, and it is so true. So I picked it up. I missed out on the first round and I think I missed out on the second round. I picked mine up from, it was around the same time that Sephora, it came into Sephora, so I think that was about the 12th of December, 12th to the 18th of December. But I actually bought mine through my US because at the same time Sephora had actually cut off all mail forwarding services to Australia. Thank you very much, Sephora. And I bought mine through my US, and they did a personal shopper for me at the Urban Decay website, which I've used a couple of times and I've had no problems with it. You can also buy them on Beauty Bay for about $80-ish. I think by the time I sort of shopped and paid the fees to get them to shop for me and the exchange rate and the shipping, it probably came to a bit more than $80, so I probably would have been better off in hindsight getting it just from Beauty Bay. So if you are in Australia and thinking you don't want to spend the $80 at Beauty Bay, then it's actually, you know, it's about what you would pay. And I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about these. When I first saw it, I'm just like, I don't know, but then I said to myself, no, you are going to love it, you're going to get it, and you're going to love it. And then I got it and I was really excited about it, and then I was like, I don't know. So I've got the swatches here on my arm. I'll be talking about the colours with you. So basically it's the same packaging as the Naked 2 palette, but it's got the sort of the crushed kind of hammered kind of effect there. It says Naked 3, Urban Decay. It comes with the double sided pencil. I don't particularly rate Urban Decay pencils. It's the one thing about Urban Decay that I don't particularly like. I think they're fantastic for concealer. I wouldn't use them for eyeshadows. I don't think they apply too much product. There are better brushes out there than Urban Decay brushes. So I don't know. That's just going to go in my brush drawer. I don't know if I'll find it again. But as usual, the huge ass mirror, as it always comes with, and it has got 12 eyeshadows that look like this. They are all neutral tones, probably a bit more of the pinky, purpley, mauvey kind of rose gold hues, and yeah, 3 matte shades and 9 shimmery kind of sparkly Urban Decay-ish eyeshadows. Now in my mind, Urban Decay, they actually probably do the best matte eyeshadows in the market. I think their quality is always good. They're never chalky, they're never dusty, they're never powdery, they blend really well. And I think, so the one shadow that is the disappointment to me, and it's just because it's my skin tones, for those of you who are would like to know, I am an NW42 at the moment. So for me, this light colour here, Strange, is not all that, doesn't work for me all that much. I find it to be, I think it's a little bit too stark white, and I think because of that it does come off a little bit ashy on my skin tone. Apparently there is a little bit of a pink undertone to it. I can't see that to me, it just looks white on my skin tone. So that is the one shadow that I find I don't particularly like all that much. It is nice for underbrow highlight though, if you really want to lighten it up there. The colours here we have got Strange, Dust, Burnout, Limit, Buzz, Trick, Nuna, Liar, Factory, Mugshot, Dark Side, and Black Heart. So a bit strange, as I said, the palest colour. It is kind of, doesn't really work with my skin tones. If you had lighter skin tones, I'm sure it will work really well. It is a semi kind of matte finish, and it's a satiny kind of matte finish if you ask me. A little bit too light on my skin tone, but it does have a pink undertone to it. Dust is got to be the worst colour in the palette. Like, let me just, can you see how sparkly and chunky that is? Like, it just goes everywhere. I've got it swatched here, and the glitter and the chunk particles have actually spread all around it. Like, it is ridiculous how chunky this is. Not all that overly pigmented. I don't know if I'll really get much use out of that shade. Maybe for an inner corner highlight, but do keep in mind it is very, very, very chunky. Like, very chunky. Not my favourite colour. Burnout is actually a really, really nice colour. Burnout to me is kind of like a really, really gorgeous rose gold, and it is like a true rose gold. It is very, very nice. It's one of those formulations that Urban Decay has that just is an epitome of Urban Decay eyeshadows. I find their shimmer shadows to be out of this world amazing, and that is one of them. The finish of it, the texture of it is really nice, buttery, creamy, and it's just a really, really nice colour. As far as it goes on my skin tones, I think that's probably about as light as I would go. Any lighter and it probably wouldn't suit me, but it would come out amazingly well on fair skin tones. For me, if I want it to come out to that really nice pink, I do need to put like a white base underneath it, or even a pink base, like a Maybelline Colour Tattoo or something like that. Now Limit is a really, really nice... Limit here is a really, really nice matte shade. It is a amazing transition shade. It is kind of like a cool tone brown, really, really nice. It's like perfect for my skin tone as well. I think it's perfect for my skin tone, but because it is a bit of a cool shade, it does stand out on my skin tone really, really nicely. Perfect transition shade. I really, really like that. Buzz is the next one on the list that is a big fail for me. Can you see up close how chunky that is? Like, can you see on the swatch? Like, it has just got chunks all through it. It is a really, really gorgeous colour. The chunkiness is just so disappointing. I know they can do their shadows a lot better than this, so this is where I'm not a big fan of this one. I think it is a nice colour, but it's just too chunky for me. Trick is another one. A lot of people said that Trick is too chunky and is a copper shade. So Trick is a copper shade here with a few, like a pinky rose gold undertone to it. A lot of people said that Trick is a really, really chunky kind of colour. I don't find that at all. I actually really, really, really like Trick. That has got to be one of my favourite shades. I think it is gorgeous. I've done a Get Ready With Me. I will probably have that uploaded by the time you see this, and I use that one just on the centre of my eyelids. Really, really nice. I love that colour. I don't think it's chunky or too choppy at all. I don't know. And a lot of people also said that the pigmentation on that isn't that good, but I don't find it. I must have got a good one, because to me Trick is an amazing, beautiful, fantastic colour, and I love it. So coming into the second half of the palette, where it's a lot more smoky and a lot more dark and the colours get a lot deeper, Nuna is the next matte shade. This is the final matte shade in the palette. It is a really gorgeous pinky mauvey brown colour matte. Amazing. I love this shade. It's amazing. If you just want to add a little bit of depth, if you use a lot of shimmery shadows on your lid, just want to add a bit of depth to your crease, this colour will do it. It's fantastic. I love that colour. The next one across is Liar, and funnily enough, that's actually the same colour as the same name as my lipstick that I love so much from Urban Decay. It's a really, really nice shimmery sort of pinky browny kind of colour. They're all sort of pinky browny kind of colours, but I find this one to be really, really, really gorgeous. The next three colours here, Factory, Mugshot and Dark Side, these are the epitome of Urban Decay eyeshadows if you ask me. Shimmery, dark, pigmented, creamy, smooth, buttery. Oh my god, I'm going to have to swatch these in the back of my hand just to show you what they all look like. Like, that to me is what Urban Decay is all about. I love those shades. They're just amazing, and because it's me, I do prefer my dark, shimmery kind of smoky eyes, and I really, really love this. I've used these so many times. I'm addicted to these three shades. So Blackheart here is got to be one of my favourite colours as well. It's kind of like a really sort of deep blacky purple, but it's got like the rose gold shimmer through it. Can you see that? It is just absolutely stunning. I love this shade. It's kind of like a coppery rose gold through it. It is just absolutely amazing. That shade just blows my mind as well. So overall, I really do like the palette. I think it's a really, really nice palette. I really can see what they were trying to do. For me, just a couple of shades, Dust, Buzz and Strange. They're just the kind of the letdown shades for me. Again, it might just be my skin tone. If you're a lot lighter, you probably think something different from me. Factory, Mugshot and Dark Side, I love them. I think they're amazing. The only thing I'll say about them is I really think they should have had a little bit more variety in the shades. I think they are very, very, very similar, and they probably don't need to be as close as they are in colour. So I guess if you're using a darker smoky eye, if you use those kind of three colours as a dark smoky eye, it kind of just all looks and blends into the same sort of thing. It's not as distinctive that you've used different colours, and so I think that is the only downside in that. In regards to, I've got it all up my arm. In regards to which palette I prefer, Naked One has got it hands down, just because the range of colours is just so much more different. Like the light colours, you've got like light pinky bronzes, browny bronzes, coppery bronzes, and in the darks you've even got like a rose gold kind of thing here. You got a brown, you got a grey. The colour range in this I find a little bit more so than this. If you have a look at this, the colours, like if you look here, this whole block here looks very, very similar, and this block here looks very, very similar. Whereas if you have a look at the Naked One palette, I kind of find that there's a little bit, the variety in this is a lot more, it's a lot different, and there's a lot more looks you can do with this one. I mean, they could have had 3 dark brown colours here that are all the same, but they didn't. They mixed it up with Toasted and Hustle, added Creep and Gunmetal. So you got a Gunmetal. Yeah, this is turning into how much I love this palette. If you ask me which one I prefer out of the 3 of them, I would say Naked 1 over Naked 2 and Naked 3. Naked 3, I can imagine, is amazing for people with fairer skin than me. I'm sure they would like it a lot more. Maybe that's why I like this one, because this one's designed more for your deeper, darker, yellow-based colours, like your bronzes and your... Yeah, maybe that might be why I like that one. Whereas this one, it's nice, it's really good. Some of the colours are amazing. I don't hate it. I think it's a really nice palette. It's just not my favourite palette. I think for all the hype that's going along with it, I was kind of expecting to be blown, my mind blown, and it kind of was a bit as opposed to, oh my god, that is the best palette in the world. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure everyone out there has their own opinion. I know other people here love it, rave about it. It's their favourite palette out of all 3. But for me personally, it's just, it could have been a little bit better. A few different changes, a couple of changes would have made this a little bit better. So that is my review on the Naked 3 palette. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any comments or questions or video requests, please leave in the comment bar below. I've also got my blog listed below. I've got an accompanying blog post where I've actually put up close pictures of all the shadows and all the swatches and everything down below, so you can go and check them out. Just do keep in mind that I'm an NW40 to a 42, so if you are an NC15 equivalent or very, very pale, in other words, these are going to look completely different on you than they will on me. So do keep that in mind. I do get a lot of sort of people asking me things like that, and I just wanted to sort of clarify that. But I'm going to leave you with that. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to go off and edit this, and I will see you really soon. Bye.